and welcome to legendary Greyhound Field, a Cable 15 TV Facebook Live, and the Hounds play host to a Mountain View Yellowjacket team tonight. And David Black, should be a good one.
Well, hey, anytime you play on a Friday night, it's a good night, and the Hounds have a football team coming in here in the Yellowjackets. It's big up front. They're huge in the offensive, defensive lines. These guys got a couple of good skill people. They're a good, solid football team. They're 4-2 on the year. And Ben Black, I'm going to tell you what, anytime you get to play, it's going to be a challenge for the Hounds, but it's always a great night.
We talk about it each week, David. When you wear that orange helmet, you've always got a target on your back, and everybody's going to give you your best game, as Hayden Schultz likes to put it. But we're excited about tonight. You know, Hounds are 6-0 as we stand, and we're looking to go 7-0 this week.
And the pregame show is presented by the Jackson's Funeral Home at the 1900 block of Malcolm Avenue. Our family serving your family, providing care and comfort in your family's time of need. You can check us out on the website at www.jacksonsfh.com. or look for the obituaries on Facebook at Jackson's Funeral Home. Jackson's Funeral Home, Newport, Harrisburg, and Newark, 870-523-5822. White River Health Systems has the care you need 7 days a week. Dr. Randall Hunt, Dr. Nicole Lawson, and APRN Marlo Hargrave see patients Monday through Thursday for your primary care needs at the Newport Diagnostic Medical Clinic. You can call 870-512-2500 for an appointment. And for care that you need on the weekends, open Friday through Sunday. Walk-ins are welcome at the Newport Weekend Clinic. Both clinics are located inside the WRMC Medical Complex in Newport at 2200 Malcolm Avenue. And for more information, you can visit whiteriverhealthsystem.com. Arkansas Steel Associates has been a community-minded leader in Jackson County, including supporting the Greyhounds for many years. Arkansas Steel gives back thousands of dollars to support our community programs. We salute Arkansas Steel for their community support as they salute the Newport Greyhounds. Guys, it ought to be a good one tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a good ball game.
I totally agree, and if you could have such thing as a quality loss, I mean, this Mountain View team's got two quality losses in Hoxie losing 47-16, and then last week taking it off the chin to Harding Academy 49-22, and leading in that contest early in the first quarter. I think it was 16-14 maybe or something along the line, so it was pretty close for at least a quarter. So, I mean, this team, they will score points, and it's going to come down to the Hound defense again if they just keep staying locked in and getting those guys off the field and letting the offense just create plays as they've done this year.
We'll have a Jordan Johnston interview at the half that's brought to you by Unity Health Harris Medical Center. And Jordan talked yesterday about his offense, and he's the offensive coordinator, and he's the guy who calls the shots. And he talked about some of the you know, not a transition for him, but he talked about his team having to transition when they get inside the 20, and they've had some problems the last several weeks trying to convert inside those 20 once you get in the red zone into touchdowns. And we've had a few turnovers down there, and he says to be a great football team and a championship caliber football team, you got to clean that stuff up.
No doubt about it. You know, he hit the nail on the head. You just got to make a few adjustments and improve a little bit. But, you know, that's what you want to do each and every week. You come out here, you want to go 1-0, but you also want to improve from what you did last week. You always want a perfect game, but it's just impossible. The nature of the game is built on failure, so you just do the best you can each week to improve those things that you can improve.
First Community Bank of Newport sponsors every kickoff, and Bratcher Real Estate brings you every Greyhound touchdown. Greenway Equipment Company of Newport, every first down, we'll holler a Greenway Equipment Company first down. Fathead Pizza Collision of the Week, the big hit of the week. Merchants of Planters Bank, first half recap. Unity Health Harris Medical Center, as we said, the report at the half with Coach Johnston. And the Bank of England Mortgage Company presents a quick wrap-up at the conclusion of the ball game, followed by the George Kell Motor Company Player of the Game and the Subway in the Newport Walmart Coach Mark Hensley report. And visited with Coach Hensley this week, Hayden, and he said on film these guys are good. They're solid. They're a lot like Melbourne. He said they're probably maybe a little bigger and maybe a little faster.
Well, I mean, we saw their offensive line come out, and they are going to be big up front, and they're going to have the advantage in that aspect of the game. And I think they are going to be a little bit faster than Melbourne. Melbourne was a team that just won to three yards at a time, and this team's got a chance to go take it to the house. They've got big play capabilities. And to talk about Jordan Johnson getting inside the red zone, it gets the offense, and with all the skill players you've got, we like that open field. We like being on this 20 as opposed to the 20 that we're closer to, because it just gives you so much more room to call a play and air it out. So we'll clean it up tonight, and once again, defense has just got to play, and if we can play all three phases of the game, I think we should be fine tonight, David Black.
Yeah, you see the captains at the center of the field, and It's always good to see those guys coming out. Theron Davis is back in the lineup, as they say in baseball, back in the lineup this week, and it's always good to get Theron back.
Absolutely. When you talk about a playmaker like that, I mean, a guy that can do it from the rushing standpoint and also do it in the receiving standpoint as well. So, I mean, it's a big gain to get him back. Lane Miller, the captain for Mountain View, and also Theron Davis, and then Tyler Johnson, Chris Reynolds, the captains for Newport. As we just got the coin toss here at the middle of the field. I don't think that the Hounds have lost a coin toss this year, and it doesn't look like we lost this one either.
Newport has won the toss.
We'll defer to the second half, and that's what Mark Hensley wants. And we want the defense to come out and hit them in the mouth early and then let the offense go score and get the ball at half. I love the strategy Mark Hensley does every single week, boys.
We are hiring correctional officers right now. We are hiring at the Grimes unit. Also, we are hiring at the McPherson Correction Facility, both of those units. And here's the deal, guys. The pay is excellent. Pay is $16.51 an hour, 8 hours of vacation per month, 8 hours of sick leave per month. Vacation increases with length of employment. If you're looking for a job, let me tell you, they have a career fair that's going to be October the 15th. At the NEDC office from 2 to 6 p.m. And if you need more information, you can call Sierra Dowk at 870-512-2274, or you can call, that's for the McPherson unit. For the Grimes unit, you can call Crystal Runzik at 870-512-2214. And they also wanted to remind everybody that they've got a training academy class that's tentatively scheduled for November in Newport, so you don't have to go out of town to take this training facility class. So big things happening out there, and talked with Billy Inman this week, and he said they've got jobs available. If you're looking for a good job, let me tell you what, this is the place where you need to work. Great benefits, paid leave for military drill and training, health and life insurance available, plus options for eye, dental, and AFLAC, retirement plan, and 11 paid holidays per year. Call those numbers, get a hold of Sierra, get a hold of Crystal, and if you know somebody that needs a job, you can call me and I'll give you the information again. We're about 3.5 minutes away from game time, guys.
David, you had me confused there because you said we're hiring correctional officers. I looked at Ben, I said, we need correctional officers up here in the booth?
Sometimes we need a few correctional officers up here.
There has been a few games where it wouldn't have hurt.
Well, I do know this, that any time, guys, that you strap it up on a Friday night, there's excitement in the air. It's great to be a Newport Greyhound for sure, Ben Black.
Oh, no doubt about it. Something special about wearing that orange helmet. There's magic in those helmets, and we're excited to be still involved with the Greyhound football.
Hey, and you look at the Hounds, you look at the Hounds on paper, and you go, they just need to get things rolling and try to score early. You just hope that the Hounds can hold on to the football offensively and continue to play defensively like they have all year long.
Absolutely, and last week, Riverview, we threw it a little more earlier, kept them off balance and got ahead in that game very, very quickly, and it was coasting time. And the Hounds got to do the same thing. When you get an opportunity to go down the field and score, you got to. And I think this week Ballantyne's going to get the start at the tailback, and I really, really like that, having Theron out there at the slot receiver. You just got so many playmakers on this field, and then you'll see Eli Alcorn come in, and he played 4 or 5 positions last week. And then you talk about guys like Jadarius Reed who will come in and help. There's just guys all over the field, and there's not enough footballs to get these guys touches, Ben Black.
Got a lot of weapons, Hayden Schultz. There's no doubt about that. We're just about underway here at Greyhound Field.
It's going to be a First Community Bank kickoff. Go see Billy Keating and crew at 2525 Malcolm in Newport, Arkansas. DJ Marshall will be the kickoff man here for the Hounds to start it off. And as always, we always look for that fat head collision of the week. As Marshall's going to kick it deep, fielded around the 22 is the Yellowjackets. Will be tripped up right around the 30-yard line, and they'll set up shop there. Expect run often, but don't be surprised if you see a play action here early.
Well, we know that they have traditionally been a run-first team, and as of this year, from what we have seen on film and heard, They're throwing the ball a lot more than a typical Mountain View football team.
Well, if you have that offensive line that they have, there's no brainer that you're going to run the football behind those guys.
They're huge up front. Power set.
1st and 10. Here's the snap. Fullback dive. Tripped up and gain of a couple. Get him to the 33-yard line. Make it 2nd and 8. And Mountain View might have watched the Melbourne tape and said, hey, we're going to try to keep the ball out of their hands as long as possible. And that Melbourne was the most successful team thus far that we've played this year in doing so.
Michael Gray, the head football coach for the Yellowjackets, and they're going to do just that. They're going to run clock. They're going to run the 25-second clock, or it's actually a 40-second clock. It's a 25-second clock if the ball is dead to start. But anyway, it's already down to 8 seconds. They'll run it all the way down.
2nd and 8 here for the Yellowjackets. Here's the snap. Quarterback fumbles in the backfield and trying to get free, and Chris Reynolds is going to be there, and then a host of hounds to bring him down, along with Antoine Hardaway and
I like the
Tristan
effort
Griffin
there.
in there too.
Like the effort by the Hound defense there.
3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 11. Just underway here in the first quarter. 10:50 to play.
The Robinson twins in the middle, Jagger and Abel. Colin Hill and Tyler Johnson at defensive ends. Chris Reynolds, along with Tristan Griffin at the outsides. And then your cornerbacks, Theron Davis, Kylan Ellis. And your middle linebackers, Antoine Hardaway and Jakeevan Davis. Boy, those guys have been stellar these past couple of weeks. Here's the snap on 3rd and long, trying to get outside. He's going to have a little room as he's going to run out of bounds around the 37-yard line. Will be short for a 1st down, and we'll see if the Yellowjackets roll the dice here to go forward on 4th down. Also, Jadarius Reed in at the safety position.
Well, I think there's no doubt they're going to at least set up their offense and run the no play. If they do decide to go for it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, the Hounds had pressure there in the backfield. 10:21 to go as the clock stops here in the first quarter. So we have a 4th down and about 3 from the 38-yard line for Mountain View.
They may have to hurry to get it off. 25-second clock's down to 3.
Watch something bottom of the screen here. And I don't think they got it off, David Black. Offsides against the Hounds, and one of those pre-snap penalties that you ill afford to lose, and it's just one of those thinking errors that they have sometimes.
That will be enough for the 1st down. 10:20 to go here in the first quarter. We have no score.
Well, when an offense does what these guys do, just like Melbourne did, it sometimes frustrates you both offensively and defensively, and an early mistake by the Hound defense.
1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets. From the 43, here's a snap, fullback dive up the middle. Good chunk on the play, around 5 yards.
El Puente Mexican Restaurant, best Mexican food in the world. You can dine in or call your order in and drive through. Lunch specials with excellent service. Come visit with all your neighbors because all of your neighbors in town are eating at El Puente.
9:40. Clock continues to move here in the first quarter.
All right at 48-yard line as we're 2nd and 5 here for the Yellowjackets. Snap, fullback dive again. Going to be midfield. Give 3. 3rd down and a long 2, short 3 here for the Yellowjackets, and back-to-back fullback dives there.
Yeah, 2 pretty good football plays.
Mountain View, as we said, a lot like Melbourne, they're not going to go away. Going to play hard until the whistle and play all 4 quarters.
Hey, going right at the meat, I mean, you talk about Abel and Jagger Robinson on the inside, and then, of course, Jakeevan Davis and Antoine. Here's the snap. Hit the backfield, and there's a big lick.
Or was it not?
Antoine Hardaway, and put him in the clubhouse,
He's
boys.
in there, baby. Fathead Pizza, that's one word, all caps.
That's going to back him to the 48-yard line. 4th and 5 now. Whew.
That was a big hit.
That was a good one. Hey, read your keys, and you'll find the football. That's what Mark Hensley always tells you.
Real deliberate style here, and we expected to see exactly that.
I believe Antoine read the keys right there, Ben.
He was reading the keys all the way down to the turf.
Read the keys and was about to take the car out for a spin.
Hello.
It's 4th down and 5. Here's the snap. Quarterback just trying to get outside and played well by Kylan Ellis, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Great job right there, Kylan Ellis staying at home, and the Hound offense will get on the field here with great field position.
It's a great stop by the Greyhound defense there. Just time and time again, David Black just come up with the big stop.
Well, they just thought that they could outrun us to the edge, and let me tell you what, we set the edge, and we had good penetration from the line, which made him go a little bit further deep than what he wanted to go, and it's just an excellent play by the Newport defense. Here comes that Hound offense. Can we put points on the board?
Reynolds in at a nutback.
Ballantyne in at the tailback. Here's the snap. We go Ballantyne right up the middle. Ballantyne will be down around the 41-yard line, gain of about 7.
I don't know if you can see it, but the push of that offensive line right there, every one of them had their guys back 5 yards downfield.
Hounds quickly to the line.
2nd and 3, 7:45 to go in the first quarter. Here's the snap going back to Ballantyne. Ballantyne, gain of 1 up to the 40. Should I say down to the 40.
7:35, clock continues to move here in the first.
We have no score. You see that on your screen. Will the Hounds try to throw the football here?
We got one-on-one at the top of the screen. Watch Kendall here on a bomb. The snap, we go Ballantyne. Ballantyne will have enough for a first down and a little bit more as he'll be brought down around the 31-yard line.
I watched Weston Henderson, and he drove his guy back 6 or 7 yards, and that is a tremendous block and a tremendous surge by this Newport offensive line, Hayden.
Weston Henderson, Brady Cook, Jagger Robinson, Abel Robinson, and Jacob Osher, the front line for that Hound offense. Here's the snap. They go Ballantyne again, and Ballantyne will be brought down around the 28, 27-yard line.
Ballantyne, a guy that he will find his hole and then just stick his head down and get what he can get.
They give Ballantyne 4 or 5 plays, and then they go Reed. I mean, we're just loaded at the tailback position.
6:50 to play. Clock continues to move here in the first quarter.
Trips to the top of your screen. 2nd and 6 here for the Hounds. Davis coming in motion. Here's the snap. They go Reed. Reed cutting up, now getting outside. Jadarius Reed will be pushed out of bounds inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. We'll have enough for another Greenway Equipment Company first down.
Good bit of running there by Reed. Clock now stopped with 6:34 to go here in the first quarter.
St. Michael's Health and Rehab, located at 1311 North Pecan Street, Newport, specially trained positive outcomes and compassionate care at St. Michael's Health and Rehab.
1st and 10 for the Hounds.
In the red zone.
Here's the snap. They go Reed. Reed getting outside. Reed's got a little room. Great blocking on the perimeter. Isaiah Kendall, as we're going to be inside the 5 to the 3. 1st and goal here for the Hounds, and they're rolling.
Jagger Robinson absolutely pancaked his man on that play. What a job of blocking there by Jagger.
Hounds going quickly again. Snap. They go Reed right up the middle. Sticks his head down, and touchdown Greyhounds. I love it. I love it. I love it when you run the football like that, Ben Black.
Hey, there's nothing like it, Hayden. Just old-fashioned smash mouth football coming right at you. 6:23 to go. Hounds lead 6-0 as we await the extra point.
Covered a little real estate there, David Black. Go see Mary Bratcher and her crew at Bratcher Real Estate. As DJ Marshall is going to try to kick the extra point. It is up and good. Will Keady snap, Chris Reynolds hold, Marshall with the kick, and it's good. Hounds leading 7-0 here.
How far was the drive? 50? Did we stop them at the 50 or?
We had it at the 48-yard line.
48-yard drive then. All right. That is awesome. Just a good offensive series for the Hounds. Eye Care RX Pharmacy, located at 1117 McLean Street, Newport, locally owned, locally loved. Eric and Katrina Schaffner. Eye Care offers a full-service pharmacy, including specialty compounds, a large selection of over-the-counter medications, vitamins, and supplies with free delivery. Let us help you be well. give us a call at 523-5555. State Farm Insurance, Andrew Roach is watching our ball game tonight. Man, he's one of our top fans, guy. He's one of the top fans.
He's a top fan?
He's a top fan, Cable 15 TV. We appreciate Andrew. And here's the deal. When you combine State Farm Home and Auto Health, you can save on average $889. Give Andrew a call at 870-495-2024. Great young man, too.
Another First Community Bank kickoff. We're online banking done right.
Caden Johnson watching. Hi, Caden. How's it going, buddy?
Jakeevan Davis to kick off for the Hounds and be picked up around the 20-yard line. Has nowhere to go, and great open field tackle from Antoine Hardaway.
Little extracurricular here on the kickoff.
And to talk about Caden Johnson, season-ending injury. I don't really know full more details than.
Well, he had surgery, and he's got his pin, in the leg, in the lower leg, and obviously out for the year. And his mom had made a post to talk about how down he was, and then all of a sudden he realized, I've got another year. And just like Tyler, I'll come back and I'll be better next year. Wish you well, young man.
Yes. 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets. Here's the snap. Quarterback tries to keep. He'll be brought down by a host of Hounds. Yeah, if he comes. You talk about Tyler Johnson, a guy who broke his leg when he came back. I mean, this year he's just been phenomenal, so you can only imagine what Caden Johnson's going to come back and be next year.
It's kind of strange that happened to brothers like that, but what better mentor to have than Tyler Johnson?
Paula Plaggy Harris watching in Music City, USA.
5:50 to go here in the first quarter. Clock continues to move.
2nd and 8 here for the Yellowjackets. And we're going to have a flag on the play.
Maybe timeout Mountain View, and I think that's what we have.
As we'll have a timeout here for the Yellowjackets to sort it over.
In the Mr. John Miner press box, Clay Kirtner has joined us on the set, and nice to see those former Newport Greyhounds coming out and supporting the guys, and they're here every Friday night.
They're here with us.
They're here with us right in the John Miner press box. 5:38 to play. Hounds lead 7-0. And a reminder that WRMC Medical, Orthopedic, and Sports Medicine Clinic, board-certified providers at WRMC, and offer the latest in orthopedic services, including joint replacement surgery, sports medicine, osteoporosis care, and robotic-assisted joint replacement for hips and knees. Appointments can be made with Doctors J.D. Allen, Jeff Angel, Dylan Carpenter, and Wes Greer. APRN's Chad Grady and Josh McIntosh by calling 870-793-2371. And if you have joint pain, you can call or visit us at whiteriverhealthsystem.com for more information. Boy, those guys are huge up front. I mean, just absolutely huge.
2nd and 8 here for the Yellowjackets, and have a 4 wide receiver look going to the shotgun now. This is what we've seen a little bit more on film from them. Motion to the bottom of your screen. Rides it fake. Quarterback looks over the middle's got a man open and played well. Tristan Griffin there to break up the pass.
Awesome defense. Awesome defense.
We had 3 guys back there. No one fooled there, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 8. For Mountain View.
5:34 to go here in the first quarter. As Hayden said, it's 3rd down and long for the Jackets.
3rd down and 8. So we can see if this defense once again gets another stop here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw. He's going to throw up the bomb as Darren Davis is going to.
Intercepted, but out of bounds, I think.
Well, I wanted him to stay inbounds and see if he could return that thing to the house, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 8 here for Mountain View as they look to bring on the punt team.
Well, you respect what Mountain View does there on 3rd down and long, and they take a shot at it and hope that they could get behind the Newport secondary, but played well by everybody over there on that side, including Theron and Chris.
Davis back deep for the Hounds. Good snap. Will punt it. A high punt as Davis lets it bounce. And ball will be down at the 36-yard line. And we do have a flag back here around the 34-yard line.
5:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Hounds lead at 7-0, as you see at the bottom of your screen.
Had offsetting personal fouls.
So if it's after the kick, I guess. Yeah, it's a dead ball after the fact. So if they're dead ball, definitely. But I think if it's live ball, they have to go back and kick it again. But the Hounds set up shop at the 36-yard line.
Eli Alcorn out there at a slot receiver now. And Davis now in at the tailback. Already seen 3 different tailbacks in here for the Hounds.
Depth.
First and 10. Here's the snap. We go Davis. Davis shoots out of there, and Davis now getting outside across midfield, sticks his head down, and will be brought down around the 40-yard line. First down for the Hounds.
He just has that second gear. Excuse me, Ben.
He just lowered the boom on that young man in the secondary there. Great job of running by number 2, Theron Davis.
5:07 to play here in the first quarter. Hounds up. You see it on the score by 7. You see it on the screen.
Hounds going quick here. Here's the snap. We go Davis again. Davis cutting up, runs a guy over. Be brought down around the 32-yard line.
Clock just under 5 minutes. It's still moving here in the first.
2nd and 1. Now Davis getting a breather, and they bring in Ballantyne.
.445. Clock continues to move here in the first.
Everything's been on the ground for the Hounds.
Here's the snap, and Ballantyne hit in the backfield. Will fight enough to get a first down across the 30. So another Greenway Equipment Company first down for Newport.
Ben, I love his effort. I love his effort.
I was just a north and south runner, David. Like I said, he finds some space and makes his move, and that's where he's going. Tremendous effort.
First and 10 from the 29. Here's the snap, fake. Marshall looks to throw. He's got Kendall open in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
First time going to the air for the Hounds, and it was a big, big touch there.
We are going to say that for years to come. Marshall to Kendall for 6. And the Hounds strike again as we await the extra point try.
So impressive that the offensive line gave DJ all the time in the world to throw the football.
As Keedy snaps, Reynolds holds, Marshall kicks, and it'll be blocked, and extra point, no good. Hounds lead 13-0 here with 4:15 to go in the first quarter.
And another Bratcher Real Estate touchdown drive, a 29-yard pass from Marshall to Kendall. Greyhounds covered some real estate there, presented by Bratcher Real Estate at BratcherOneRealEstate.com. See Mary Reed, principal broker, or Carol Ann Young, Lauren Sampson, 523-5100. And let me tell you what, you can acquire your real estate when you talk to Bratcher Real Estate. A couple of Gold Greenway first downs and a big Bratcher Real Estate touchdown, and the Hounds up 13-0 with 4:15 to play here in the first quarter. Big 4th down stop a while ago, Hayden.
The defense time and time again at the helm of Mark Hensley. I want that defense out there on 4th down and any. As we'll have another First Community Bank kickoff. Online banking done right. Go see Billy Keedy and crew as DJ Marshall to kick off, and going to be a low end over end, and finally picked up around the 21-yard line and be tackled right around the 33.
4:08 remaining here in the first quarter. Hounds lead at 13-0.
Tristan Griffin off the bottom of that pile, among others. For Safe Banking, Merchants and Planners Bank, offering lots of great services in several locations in northeast and north central Arkansas, including 2 locations right here in Newport. M&P Bank, You can pay with your Visa debit card or now pay with your phone or your watch. For details, call Merchants and Planners Bank at 523-3601. Member FDIC.
1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets. Motion, they go behind it with a little counter, and it'll be stood up right around the 33. Second and 9. Antoine Hardaway and Chris Reynolds also in on the tackle. Believe Jakeevan Davis as well.
3:45. Clock continues to move here in the first quarter.
NEDC and the Newport Chamber, and what a job those guys do for Newport and continuing to draw jobs to the community. John Chadwell and crew at NEDC, we appreciate what those guys do for the folks in Newport and Jackson County.
Well, officials timeout. Don't know exactly what was on the field, but they're going to get it up.
2nd and 9, 3:30 to play, first quarter.
Yellowjackets still in shotgun. Here comes motion to the bottom of your screen. Fake, quarterback trying to keep. And there's another good lick right there by Tristan Griffin. Played exceptionally well for Griffin.
Well, in that position right there, Hayden, you got to make a solo tackle, and it's very difficult to do. I don't care any level of football. Great job, Tristan. 3:08 left in the first quarter. Clock continues to move. Hounds lead at 13-0 over the Mountain View Yellowjackets.
A loss on the play, making it 3rd down and 10 here from the 32. And we'll see if the Yellowjackets select to throw it again here on 3rd down. Here's the snap. They're going to throw the screen pass out there. And Theron Davis is going to push him out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. 4th down at about 7 here for the Yellowjackets.
Clock will stop with 2:39 to go here in the first quarter as the Yellowjackets look to bring on their punt team.
Stay at home here.
Yeah, just another great job of the Newport defense, and they have been more than just good. They've been great. I'm not buying anything here.
12 can't punt because his helmet came off on the play prior. Watch the long count here.
They reset the 25-second clock, and here we go.
Snap and high punt. Hounds won't get to return that as it takes a hound bounce, and it's going to roll back to the 49-yard line. So the Hounds will have good field position once again.
14-yard punt after the excellent bounce for the Hounds, and that's just the luck of the bounce of the ball.
2:31 remaining here in the first quarter. Hounds will take over. Jamario Ballantyne in the backfield for the Hounds.
Hound offensive line has been superb.
Trips to the top of your screen here for the Hounds. Griffin by himself at the bottom, and they go Ballantyne up the middle. Ballantyne sticks his head down and gets over the 40.
He runs the football like a big man, doesn't he, Hayden?
To the 38-yard line, and we'll have enough for a Greenway Equipment Company first down. You're absolutely right, Ben.
2:23. Clock stops to move the chains. We're in the first quarter.
He don't waste time.
No, sir. He knows where he wants to go with it.
Davis in motion. Give it to him on a little jet sweep out here. Davis cuts it up. Davis has got one man to beat. A little juke move, and will be brought down inside the 10-yard line. First down and 1st and goal now for the Hounds, and the Hounds going quick once again.
That first down brought to you by Greenway Equipment Company in Newport. GoGreenway.com.
2:15 to play in the quarter. First down and goal inside the 10. At the 9.
Here's the snap, and they go Ballantyne, who's hitting the backfield. Ball on the ground, and the Yellowjackets will get the football. And that's the things that we were talking about earlier. You got to clean up in the red zone when you get down there inside your own 20. You got to punch it in. And the Hounds fumble and will have their first turnover of the game.
Well, and Jamel's going to be disappointed, and that's okay. You just pick your head up, let's go. You come back out, hope your defense makes a stop, and you'll get another chance. You got to forget about that one, and those are the things that you got to clean up, though, Hayden.
Hound defense playing exceptional tonight. 1:59 to go here in the first.
To the power set, Kylan Cricht checks into the ball game for the Hounds. Here's the snap, fullback dive, and getting a good push up to the 14, giving 5 on the play. Jagger in on the tackle along with others.
Clock under 1:40 to go here in the first quarter.
Thanks again to all the viewers from watching from around the country.
1:25 remaining here in the first quarter. So let the play clock go under 5. Quarterback sneak. Give him to the 17-yard line, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and short here for the Yellowjackets.
Clock down to a minute. Now under a minute.
Hounds trying to go up 3 scores, and they put it on the ground, and it cost them 6 points. Can the defense get the football back here? 3rd down and short, and boy, they've been good in these situations. These guys will run much clock, 25-second clock down to 7.
Randy C. doing a wonderful job over there.
Quarterback sneak, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And we'll just have to wait for a marking. And they're going to mark him, give him a very good spot up to the 20 for a first down. 19 seconds remains here in the first quarter, and that's more than likely going to end it here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Hounds are going to have a 13-0 lead, and I want to remind everybody at Sonic Drive-In in Newport, our priority isn't just great service, it's great experiences. Sonic makes your burgers with 100% pure patties, prepares hand-dipped onion rings, and serves ice cream made with fresh milk and cream. This is how we Sonic at the Sonic Drive-In in Newport. And also a reminder, Merchants Planners Bank brings you the halftime report. Unity Health Harris Medical Center. Coach Jordan Johnston will be on to talk about his offense. Bank of England Mortgage Company presents a quick wrap-up at the conclusion of the game. We're looking for that Fathead Pizza collision of the week, and we have a clubhouse member as we speak. George Kell Motor Company player of the game, and the Subway and the Newport Walmart Coach Mark Hensley show. And then the Robert Turner Financial Advisor bringing you Greyhound highlights each Tuesday night on Cable 15 TV and also on Sports Unleashed on Monday night. Sports show still doing great, still have a lot of folks that watch and participate, and we thank the folks for watching with us. Hounds with 3 offensive possessions. They scored on the 2 in the first quarter.
Scored on the first 2 with ease, and the third one thought it was going to be another easy drive and come up with a fumble down there, and we'll get that one back, I promise. First and 10 here for Mountain View. Had a little success here under center with just a quarterback sneak. And here's the snap, fullback dive. And there's a big lick there, Jadarius Reed along with Chris Reynolds and Jakeevan Davis. Gain of a couple, 2nd and 8.
11:45 as the clock continues to move here in the second quarter.
And these guys will run their full complement of 40 seconds off the clock before they snap the football, and you can't blame them.
It's hard for the Newport offense to score if they're not on the field, David Black.
11:25 remaining here in the first half. Hounds up 13-0.
High form.
2nd and 9.
Here's the snap. Quarterback keeping, trying to get outside. and played well once again by the Hounds. Jakeevan Davis there first to bring him down, along with Abel Robinson, Jeremy Jarrett. Get up to close to the 23, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 here for the Yellowjackets.
Can the Hounds get the ball back here? Big possession down, deep in Mountain View's territory. 25-second clock down to 7.
Here's the snap fake. Quarterback tries to go underneath, and he's got a little room outside as Jadarius Reed's going to trip him up and be brought down by Kylan Ellis. And a little trickery there as they're going to have enough for the 1st down.
Good deception by the Jackets, but Jadarius Reed does a good job to hold on, and Kylan Ellis making the tackle.
So Weston Henderson checks into the ball game for the Hounds.
Elijah Carlton, the quarterback, went down awkwardly and got up slowly, but he looks to be okay. They move the chains on 3rd and 7, 1st down and 10 at the 38-yard line. 10-13 to play in the first half.
Here's the snap and just quarterback rollout. He's going to throw and has a guy wide open and comes up incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10 here.
I think that guy might have come from a tight end position. See where he lines up here, because he was open.
Backside tight end, I believe, here at the bottom of the screen.
Good play call.
It'll stop the clock at 10:03. And Salem leading over East Point Sick County 14-6. Snap and tries to fake the dive, and quarterback tries to get outside. And Jadarius Reed and now Kylan Ellis there to bring him down for a gain of around 4.
9:50 remaining here in the first half.
3rd and 6 coming up right here. Another possession down.
Under 9:30 to go here in the first half of play. And a big 3rd down and 6 here from the 42. Here's the snap and just a dive play, and played exceptionally well and brought down by a host of Hounds.
It's what you like to see on 3rd down. Hayden Schultz, big stop by the Hound defense to bring up a 4th down and long with 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Weston Henderson, Tristan Griffin, also Jakeevan Davis in on the tackle.
Weston loves that. He's telling me last week, week before last, I was in on a tackle. I got a tackle. He liked it. Punting situation for Mountain View. Can the Hounds turn this into some points here? 8:46, clock moving, and 15 on the 25.
Hounds had the ball inside the red zone, failed to score, put the ball on the ground, but as of now, we've come away good. And here's the fake.
And Chris Reynolds was there and not going to get it as the ball is now on the ground. But we do have a flag on the play, and Tyler Johnson comes up to make the tackle for the Hounds.
Block in the back, and the Hounds will get they will decline here and get the football.
Yeah, but we'll just take the football.
8:29 remaining here in the first half.
The Mountain View gambled. There's a big gamble there on 3rd and long, and thought they had a play, but just played well by the Hounds to stop even after the block in the back. But Chris Reynolds coming across with leading some interference. Will the Hounds put it in the air here?
1st and 10. Here's the snap, and we go Davis. Davis with a quick move sticks his head down, and Davis will be brought down to the 25-yard line, but there is a flag here around the 33.
Well, I've often said that in the game of football, once you get a flag thrown, it becomes contagious, and then they start looking.
It's a laundry fest.
Well, these guys are doing a great job. I mean, an awesome job.
Oh, yeah, I just mean, like you said, once the flag comes out, it just seems like, man, it becomes so much easier to throw them.
Well, at least it was several yards up the field to bring up first down and 13. Ball back at the 43-yard line, 8:23 to play here in the first. Hounds will throw it right here. Single coverage at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, one high safety for the Yellowjackets. And ball on the ground, and it's going to be another turnover here. The Yellowjackets will get the football at the 45-yard line.
The Jackets have all the momentum right now. They've 2 consecutive turnovers. These fans are fired up. Those young men on the sideline are fired up. The Hound defense is on their shoulders again, Hayden Schultz. 8:20 remaining in the first half. Hounds lead 13-0 as Mountain View will take over a turnover.
First and 10 for the Yellowjackets at the 45-yard line. And best field position they've had thus far. Motion. Here, fake. Quarterback tries to keep and get outside, running for his life, and played well. Jakeevan Davis there.
Hound defense just relentless. 8:10 remaining. Clock will continue to move here in the second quarter.
No gain on the play. Bring up second and 10.
White River Area Agency on Aging, covering a 10-county area with a location right here in Newport at 1200 Highway 367 North. We provide in-home care services, meal prep, light housekeeping, and transportation. We also provide assistance in understanding how senior care works, as well as providing meals and transportation and social and recreational activities at the Senior Center. And if you need our services or know someone who does, you can give us a call at 870-523-4982.
I don't understand why we need an official's timeout there.
Guess they're going to say that the Hound band does not need to be playing while Mountain View has the football, so that is squelched. These guys will come to the line, but they'll run another 20 seconds off the clock on second down and 10 here. Maybe.
Here's the snap fake and going to hand off. Has nowhere to go. And once again, Jakeevan Davis, Jagger Robinson in on the play. Chris Reynolds also.
Hound defense solid as a rock there with 7:20 to go here in the first half.
Third down and 9 here for the Yellowjackets.
And another one of those possession downs. These guys get 4 or 5, they'll go for it. They may go for it on 3rd and 9 like they did on 3rd and 7 a little bit ago. On 4th and 7, excuse me. 3rd and 9 coming up. 6:53.
Here's the snap fake and a little misdirection. It's going to be brought down to around the 47-yard line, like a couple here for first down.
Yeah, and a very makeable play for Mountain View here.
6:30, clock continues to move here in the second quarter.
They're just going to run the clock out and call timeout, and then decide what play they're going to run. And that's exactly what they'll do here. Mountain View takes the timeout. And it's a big play in the football game for sure on 4th down and 2. I mean, they faked a punt last time. You expect these guys to go. They're fearless.
I don't know that I would do that as far as calling the timeout. You give the Hound defense a breather, and that Hound defense is pretty good when they're rested up and ready to go.
C&M Ag Depot at 2900 Highway 367 North in Newport offers a wide variety of farm supplies, hardware, hunting supplies, heated gear for football games when it gets a little cooler. In the hunting season, we carry Carhartt clothing, lacrosse boots, Milwaukee and DeWalt power tools. And as a reminder to farmers, we are an agriculture parts store with a large inventory of parts for all your farm equipment needs. Come see us for any and all your outdoor activities. Check us at the locally owned and operated C&M Ag Depot.
Fourth down and a couple here. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. And they're going to hand it off, and stuffed by the Hound defense. Jakeevan Davis first there to bring him down. And once again, the Hound defense bails him out.
Unbelievable how salty this Hound defense has been all year, Hayden. Just absolutely relentless. When they have to bow their backs and make a play, they do it time and time again. 5:55 remaining in the first half. Hounds will take over near midfield.
It would be an understatement to say that the Hounds need to take care of the football. There are 4 possessions and 2 turnovers here.
Bad snap, and Marshall will just jump on it. Loss of 4. 2nd and 14 now.
5:40 remaining in the first half. Hounds lead at 13-0.
Bring us back to the 43-yard line.
Hounds the last couple of possessions just seem to be a little out of sync on a few plays.
Here comes Davis in motion at the bottom. Marshall's going to look to roll out and throw as he throws it up. Kittles goes up and gets it. Sticks his head down, and it'll be brought down right around the 22-yard line. And there's a big play there to Kendall.
Another Gold Greenway Equipment Company first down, brought to you by Greenway Equipment in Newport. It's goldgreenway.com.
DJ was rolling to his left, thought he was going to throw to the short guy. He let Isaiah finally run his pattern and got wide open, and then elected to go to him. And a good completion for the Hounds, and first down and 10 near the red zone at the 22.
Here's the snap. They go Ballantyne. Ballantyne cuts it up. Ballantyne inside the 5. Leaping out into the end zone, and they're going to say he's just shy. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Greyhounds!
Big touch there by Ballantyne.
Hey, he was running with some authority, was he not?
Yes, sir.
He got the fumble back on that one with a touchdown for the Hounds.
Well, you could see it in the way he was running the football. He knew he was going to cross that goal line. 4:55 remaining. Hounds now lead at 19-0 over the Yellowjackets.
I don't think they're going to give it to him now.
Oh, you're kidding.
I don't understand how this guy over here signals touchdown and they let the back judge come and decide it.
Wow.
Well, you can't do it. I mean, that guy doesn't have a better view than, and I'm not going to be critical of officials, but the guy was right on it. You can't overrule a guy like that. I'm going to have to visit with my good friend Kevin Jumper about that one.
First and goal for the Hounds. And snap, and we're going to have a flag on the play, and it's more than likely going to be a false start. And that's what it'll be against the Hounds. Got to clean it up in the red zone.
Well, we'll talk with Coach Johnston about that at the half, and he'll explain about us doing those things. To be a championship caliber team, you have to play better than that.
First and goal from the 6. Bad snap once again. Marshall just jumps on it. And now going to be second and goal from the 9.
Just got to keep your composure here.
Well, you have a chance to make a statement right here. It would be just a demoralizing touchdown, and you don't score here, and you're really giving these guys the opportunity to stay in the football game.
We're under 4 minutes to go here in the first half, and here's the snap. Marshall looks to throw and has Davis open, and it's going to be batted at the line of scrimmage and come up incomplete.
Now you've got a couple of downs right here to get the 9 yards.
.348 clock will stop on the incomplete pass.
Bobbled the snap once again.
Here's the snap. Marshall looks to throw, throws the tunnel screen to Kendall. Stiff arm, and this time for sure will get in the end zone. Touchdown Greyhounds.
When in doubt, give it to Kendall.
9-yard touchdown pass from DJ Marshall to Isaiah Kendall.
It is now 19-0 Greyhounds as we await the extra point attempt. More than likely going to go for 2, Hayden Schultz. It looks like that's what they're lined up to do.
Here's the snap. They go Ballantyne. And Ballantyne 2-point conversion try will be no good. And the score will remain here 19-0. Hounds over Mountain View.
Well, the Hounds at least overcame a penalty and overcame what they thought was a touchdown run that the official called touchdown, and then the back judge comes in and says, no, I had a better angle than you did, even though you were looking right down the line, which is the guy's job to look right down the line, and there's no way that a guy from in the position that he was in could tell whether or not he was over that goal line. There's no way he could tell from his position.
I have to agree with you there, David Black.
Wow.
Hounds covered some real estate there.
RatcherRealEstate1.com and Mary Reed, Caroline Young, Lauren Sampson, 523-5100 for all your real estate needs. See the friendly folks at Ratcher Real Estate.
A First Community Bank kickoff here. And DJ Marshall to kick it for the Hounds. And Marshall kicks it deep inside the 10, and the Yellowjackets will try to return this thing out. Head down and gets close to the 30, about a 20-yard return for the Yellowjackets. Kylan Cried in on the tackle.
3:35 remaining here in the first half.
Now, if you're Mountain View trailing 19-0, do you try to speed it up and try to get the football down here in scoring position, or do you go ahead and sit on it and not go fast? I think these guys have got to go fast to have any chance to win this football game.
I agree. I think they have to speed the tempo up and get out of what they're comfortable doing. So we'll see how that works out for the Yellowjackets.
Here's the snap, and trying to get outside and played well once again. Tristan Griffin, and alongside with Jakeevan Davis at that linebacker position.
Well, Jakeevan has been playing well, Hayden.
2nd and 9 now. Gain of 1 on the play. From the 31. Mountain View does not appear to be in a hurry. Might try to run a little clock here and then late try to take a few bombs at the end of the half as we're under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's snap, quarterback Keats, and played well once again. Jagger Robinson in the backfield for the Hounds for a loss on the play along with Tristan Griffin and Kylan Ellis.
Jagger Robinson, Tristan Griffin, both been just stellar on the defensive side of the football.
2.5 to play here in the half, and it's 3rd down and 12 from the 27-yard line. Clock still moving. These guys are content to run clock.
I don't get it.
Might have a little trickery right here. And we're going to have a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start against Mountain View. And that's not what you want to see for the Yellowjackets, going the wrong way.
Well, because of the penalty, the clock will not start back up, so it doesn't matter if they run off the play clock. Time off the play clock. Let's see if the Hound defense can make another play.
On 3rd down and 18. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolling out to his right, looking to throw. And it's going to be batted away. It's Theron Davis and Kylan Ellis along with Jadarius Reed there. And all three of them wanted to catch the ball and go the other way.
Yeah, they were looking for that pick six, no doubt about it. Just hope everybody's all right. They're a little slow to get up.
And it's going to bring up 4th and 18 and a punting situation here for the Yellowjackets.
Also want to remind you at C&M Ag Depot they have Swamp, Comp, and Deer Trail Delight to feed the deer for youth and adult boots also at C&M Ag Depot.
That deer corn, banded youth and adult clothes, game cameras and feeders.
This punt will go out of bounds around the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hounds with 1:51 to play in the first half.
3 timeouts left. Great field position. Hound offense has turned it over a couple of times. Did not look sharp this last time, even though we did what we had to do to overcome a penalty down there on the 1-inch line. And then a dropped snap but anytime you lead 19-0, you like it. You think you've played well.
It's hard to lose the ball game when the other team can't score.
Well, if you shut them out, it's impossible, to say the least.
Here's the snap, and we're going Reed. And Jadarius Reed getting outside. Jadarius sticks his head down and will be brought down around the 30-yard line for the Hounds.
Love watching that young man run the football.
Once again, had a little bobble snap in the backfield. And going to have to clean that up at halftime.
Hounds have 3 timeouts left. Elect not to use one here.
Here's the snap, and we go Reed on a counter play. Reed will be brought down around the 26-yard line.
1:20, clock moving. The Hounds use the timeout. No, just in a hurry, and they'll quickly get to the line of scrimmage. And plenty of time to go.
Davis in motion to the top of your screen. Marshall looks to throw and's got Davis open. Davis will be pushed out of bounds right around the 13-yard line. Another first down for the Hounds with 53 seconds remaining in the first half.
Greenway Equipment Company, gogreenway.com. That was a nice bottle of water you had.
Boy, it looked so good, cold and refreshing.
As it tumbled off the front of the press box.
It is now down around near the 50-yard line.
And jet sweep getting outside with Davis. Davis cutting up. Davis will be brought down around the 6-yard line, and the Hounds elect to call a timeout here.
44 seconds remaining in the first half. Hounds lead at 19-0.
Fathead Pizza, one word, all caps. Great pizza, fresh hot sandwiches, and the salad supreme that's second to none. Fathead Pizza, Antoine Hardaway in the clubhouse on the Fathead Pizza, one word, all caps, hit of the week. Two Chicks Florist and More, your headquarters for fresh floral arrangements, wedding flowers, bridal gift registry, and a great selection of gifts. Fall decor, birthday gifts, and, you know, I love those little happy birthday signs that they put out in front of somebody's yard. And, you know, just give them a call and surprise somebody with a big happy birthday sign right out in the middle of your front yard. I love those. 523-3514, Two Chicks Florist and More.
Do they have enough cutouts for your birthday coming up?
Be a big number.
107.
Be a big triple digits. I can take it, boys. I can take it.
Hey, we love you, man.
Hounds need. I love you guys too, and the Hounds need to score right here. 2nd down and 3 from the 6.
Here's the snap, and they go Reed up the middle, and Jadarius is going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds. The Hounds now leading 25-0 here over Mountain View.
Great answer by the Hound offense there. Jadarius Reed making a move to get in the end zone for 6. 41 seconds remain.
Another Bratcher Real Estate touchdown, covering that real estate. Bratcher Real Estate, and the Hounds do a 6-yard run from Jadarius Reed.
Eli Alcorn in at the quarterback position. Here's the snap fake, and Eli sticks his head down. 2-point conversion, good. Hounds now lead 27-0 with 41 seconds remaining here in the first half of play.
Well, very discouraging when you play as hard as you can and you find yourself down 27-0 if you're Mountain View. Tried to take the air out of the football, and the Hounds had the football down there inside the 9. First to go from the 9, fumbled the ball. Very well could be a 34-0 game. But we'll take it at 27-0 if we can hold them for 41 seconds here, guys. The Newport defense, again, has led the way. I think 3 different times made stops on 4th down. Is that right? 3 different times? You need tires, Farmers Tire Mart, where the rubber meets the road at 1501 Malcolm Avenue in Newport. You need a little auto service, including oil changes, tire rotations, tire alignments, front end work. We inspect and repair brakes, front and rear. It can handle most automobile work, roadside assistance, and mobile service available. Call 523-6735 at Farmers Tire Mart, where the rubber meets the road.
First Community Bank kickoff, and Marshall elects to kick it deep, fielded around the 21. Tries to cut it up, and it'll be brought down by Noah Curtis and also Josh Drennan.
Norman Baker Pharmacy, located at 2200 Malcolm Avenue in Newport, providing experience in filling your prescription needs. We can save you money by offering generic drugs when possible, and we file your insurance and medical drug reports for you. True quality service from friendly, caring professionals. Trust Mary Davis and crew at Norman Baker Pharmacy, supporting the Newport Greyhounds for many, many years. Give them a call at 523-9472 for your next prescription. Love the drive-through window.
35 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Here's the snap and fullback dive, and Chris Reynolds there to bring him down. A little quick hitter for about 5.
Clock under 20 seconds here in the second quarter.
More than likely going to be the last play of the half here, as we'll go another dive play, and tripped up in the backfield and gets to the 40. And that's going to end your first half. Your Hounds leading here 27-0 over Mountain View.
Well, we've got the Merchants and Planners Bank halftime report coming right up. Nothing. The Hounds had a 48-yard Jadarius Reed run with 6:23 to play in the first quarter, and then in 4:15 to go, just a couple of minutes later, a 29-yard pass from DJ Marshall to Isaiah Kendall. We kicked the first extra point. DJ did good. We missed the second one, and it was 13-0 there. The Hounds got the football down inside the 9, turned it over at the 9, and then the next time turned it over at their at the Mountain View 45. So a couple of turnovers, but then come back with a couple of scores in the second quarter. They got a 9-yard Marshall to Isaiah Kendall pass, a little bubble screen for the score. The 2-point conversion was no good, and the Jadarius Reed 6-yard run, and the 2-point conversion from Eli Alcorn good. 27-0 in favor of the Hounds, and Ben, the Hound defense was stellar again.
They just each week, David, in and out, doing their job. just like to see it when the defense plays that well.
Unity Health Harris Medical Center, I had a great opportunity to visit with Coach Jordan Johnston to talk about the Newport offense, and let's watch that interview right now. Unity Health Greyhound Report, and Coach Jordan Johnston joins us, the offensive coordinator for the Newport Greyhounds, and a guy who has been exposed to a lot of great football. First of all, welcome, my friend.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
All right, Jordan, let's let everybody know. We've talked about it on the air. Tell us about growing up, where you grew up, where you went to high school, where you went to college, and,
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll get into philosophies here in a moment.
I grew up at Bald Knob High School. My dad, Paul Johnston, was my coach. He was the head football coach at Bald Knob for about 20 years. Grew up playing Newport in every single sport growing up. I'll be honest, whenever I was growing up, I didn't like the Greyhounds, even though I had a lot of friends here. We just always knew it was going to be a good battle. And, I had a good coaching buddy that I worked with at Riverview named Larry Davidson.
Absolutely.
And he just, the OC job came open, or him and Hensley are good friends.
Sure.
And they talked about it coming open at some point, and he's like, man, if that ever comes open, you might need to hop on that. He's like, you'd love it down there. And, I was the head coach at Jacksonville last year.
Right.
That ended up working out. The OC job came open here, and I'm very thankful. I'm super excited to be here. The people here love football. The kids love it. It's just a unique atmosphere that I really haven't experienced other places that I've worked. So anyways, get back on track. After I left high school, went to Arkansas State and played ball there for a few years. I was teammates with Artez Brown,
Right.
who's a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal guy. Me and him still keep in touch every once in a
You
while.
bet.
So I learned a lot there. I played under 3 different head coaches, Hugh Freeze, Gus Malzahn, and Brian Harson.
That's 3 pretty good ones.
And 3 pretty daggone good ones. So I was very thankful to be a part of that experience. I got to learn about, 3 different offenses 3 years in a row. So I feel like that was really beneficial for me because I had to learn about stuff on the fly really quick. And not all of it was the same terminology. You had to learn different types of ways that coaches wanted things done. And I think just for me as an offensive coordinator, it's really helped me project to the kids like how things need to be done and how we need to practice and how we need to call plays in a game and run them. And I think that journey just kind of helped me.
Well, you mentioned that, and I'd ask you before we got on camera. I mean, the philosophy that you have now, you say, is kind of a combination. Kind of talk about that.
Well, in high school, we didn't run much of like an H-back or tight end set. We were pretty much 4 or 5 wide a lot. We got to play in for Freeze and Malzahn. They used H-backs and tight ends a lot. And if you remember, a bunch of guys that come from, those positions are in the NFL now.
Sure,
like
absolutely.
C.J. Uzuma.
Sure.
Guys like that who were excellent H-back tight ends for those coaches. And I think that really kind of helped me implement that in what I wanted to be my offense to be someday. Have an offense that can get in multiple sets and still be able to run with an H-back attached and using tight ends and be able to use multiple guys on the field. I want to be able to establish a run and open it up with the pass. That's what I tell my guys all the time, is that, we really need to make an emphasis on the run game. It's funny, from the end of May all the way until the end of July, we couldn't hand the ball off. So our kids were in a mindset that, we're going to be Oregon out here throwing out.
Right. We're going to throw it 65 times a game.
And, with as many good athletes as we have, it's real easy to get into thinking you can do that. And, I think our biggest challenge right now is establishing the run game. And, I think that's what we're trying to handle with our kids the last 2 weeks.
Well, you get into this time of the season. I mean, you want to stay healthy. You want to make sure you get to play, and we fight often with the COVID deal. All around the world. I mean, everybody does. But our football team's got a chance to do some some damage, to make some noise. We're talented enough. We're well coached. It's a pretty special group to have, and you got to be lucky. You got to be, if you're going to win a state championship, you got to be lucky.
You do.
So
Absolutely.
I mean, everything's got to line up for you. But I mean, we're on track. We're playing hard. We're doing the things that we need to do. Kind of talk about that experience.
You know, offensively, you know, we came in and Eli, you know, was supposed to be the man. And, you know, God kind of threw a wrench in our plans when he had that accident, and we brought DJ in. And I'll be honest about DJ. We didn't know if he was going to be extremely dependable for us. We didn't know what we were going to get out of him.
He had an unknown junior high kid,
yeah. And he's coming up from 9th grade, only played football for, you know, a few years at that position. And I thought that, you know, him coming in, he wasn't a very vocal leader, but he was very, very confident in everything that he did. And you can kind of see that out on the football field.
Sure.
But, you know, I tell him, you know, we're going to go as far as you'll take us. You
Absolutely.
know? And, you know, not to highlight any negatives, but we've had almost 14 turnovers the last 4 games.
Right.
Not all of that stems from the quarterback, but if we want to be an elite team, that stuff's got to get cleared up.
You're right.
If you look at the stats, we're getting a lot of offensive yardage, but we've turned the ball over 6 times in the red zone the last 3 games.
Yeah.
It's just little things like that. If we want to be a state championship team, we've got to clear those things up. And, you know, going with the sophomore quarterback, I think us as a coaching staff knew that there's going to be times he's going to struggle. We're asking him to do a whole lot. And he's, you know, he's picked it up. He's been a sponge. He's improved, I think, every single week. You know, especially after teams, after those first couple of weeks, were able to make adjustments, you know. It's tough on a sophomore quarterback to come in here and just start dominating like he has. And, you know, I'm excited for where he's going and where this offense can go. I just don't even think these kids understand how good they could be. You know, against Melbourne, we struggled offensively for a little while, and then 3rd or 4th drive in the 3rd quarter, I put Eli and Nunk in at quarterback and running back, and we score in 3 plays on one of our drives. Like, guys, like, if we do the little things right, we can have drives like that, you know, just about every time we get the ball in our hands. And if we just clear up the little mental mistakes, penalties, turnovers, if we can get rid of those things, we can be a state championship team.
I often say this, and we'll kind of say this in closing, and that you know, you're only as good as what those kids are that you have playing. You got to be lucky when you're doing it, and then you got to be mistake free, and you got to hope that every Friday night you bring your A game,
Absolutely.
and that you're good enough to win that Friday night.
Absolutely.
And I know that Coach Hensley's philosophy has always been the same, and we can't win 10 in a row. You got to win 1 in a row. You got to win 1 in a row, and we're looking forward to winning the 1 in a row as we go along. I appreciate you, my friend.
Absolutely, man. I've had a blast here, and I've had an awesome time getting to know you guys. I'm hoping to be a Greyhound for a long time.
There you go. Well, I hope you are, my friend. That's Jordan Johnston. He is the offensive coordinator for the Newport Greyhounds, and a guy who we like to spread it out. We're going to run the ball. We're going to throw the ball. We're going to score points. Thank you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Healthy Health Greyhound Report, and Coach Jordan Johnston joins us, the offensive coordinator for the Newport Greyhounds, and a guy who has been exposed to a lot of great football. First of all, welcome, my friend.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
All right, Jordan, let's let everybody know. We've talked about it on the air. Tell us about growing up, where you grew up, where you went to high school, where you went to college, and,
Yes,
and we'll
sir.
get into philosophies here in a moment.
I grew up at Bald Knob High School. My dad, Paul Johnston, was my coach. He was the head football coach at Bald Knob for about 20 years. Grew up playing Newport in every single sport growing up. I'll be honest, whenever I was growing up, I didn't like the Greyhounds, even though I had a lot of friends here. We just always knew it was going to be a good battle. And, I had a good coaching buddy that I worked with at Riverview named Larry Davidson.
Absolutely.
And he just, the OC job came open, or him and Hensley are good friends.
Sure.
And they talked about it coming open at some point, and he's like, man, if that ever comes open, you might need to hop on that. He's like, you'd love it down there. And, I was the head coach at Jacksonville last year.
Right.
That ended up working out. The OC job came open here, and I'm very thankful. I'm super excited to be here. The people here love football. The kids love it. It's just a unique atmosphere that I really haven't experienced other places that I've worked. So anyways, get back on track. After I left high school, went to Arkansas State and played ball there for a few years. I was teammates with Artez Brown,
Right.
who's a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal guy. Me and him still keep in touch every once in a
bet.
while. So I learned a lot there. I played under 3 different head coaches, Hugh Freeze, Gus Malzahn, and Brian Harson.
That's 3 pretty good ones.
And 3 pretty daggone good ones. So I was very thankful to be a part of that experience. I got to learn about 3 different offenses 3 years in a row. So I feel like that was really beneficial for me because I had to learn about stuff on the fly really quick. And not all of it was the same terminology. You had to learn different types of ways that coaches wanted things done. And I think just for me as an offensive coordinator, it's really helped me project to the kids like how things need to be done and how we need to practice and how we need to call plays in a game and run them. And I think that journey just kind of helped me.
Well, you mentioned that, and I'd ask you before we got on camera, I mean, the philosophy that you have now, you say, is kind of a combination. Kind of talk about that.
Well, in high school, we didn't run much of like an H-back or tight end set. We were pretty much 4 or 5 wide a lot. We got to playing for Freeze and Malzahn. They use H-backs and tight ends a lot, and if you remember a bunch of guys that come from, those positions are in the NFL now.
Sure,
like
absolutely.
C.J. Uzomah.
Sure.
Guys like that who were excellent H-back tight ends for those coaches. And I think that really kind of helped me implement that in what I wanted to be my offense to be someday. Have an offense that can get in multiple sets and still be able to run with an H-back attached and using tight ends and be able to use multiple guys on the field. I want to be able to establish a run and open it up with the pass. That's what I tell my guys all the time, is that, we really need to make an emphasis on the run game. It's funny, from the end of May all the way until the end of July, we couldn't hand the ball off. So our kids were in a mindset that, we're going to be Oregon out here throwing out.
Right. We're going to throw it 65 times a game.
And, with as many good athletes as we have, it's real easy to get into thinking you can do that. And, I think our biggest challenge right now is establishing the run game. And, I think that's what we're trying to handle with our kids the last 2 weeks.
Well, you get into this time of the season. I mean, you want to stay healthy. You want to make sure you get to play, and we fight often with the COVID deal. All around the world. I mean, everybody does. But our football team's got a chance to do some damage, to make some noise. We're talented enough. We're well coached. It's a pretty special group to have, and you got to be lucky. You got to be, if you're going to win a state championship, you got to be lucky.
You do.
So I mean, everything's got to line up for you. But I mean, we're on track. We're playing hard. We're doing the things that we need to do. Kind of talk about that experience.
Offensively, we came in and Eli, was supposed to be the man. And, God kind of threw a wrench in our plans when he had that accident, and we brought DJ in. And I'll be honest about DJ. We didn't know if he was going to be extremely dependable for us. We didn't know what we were going to get out of him.
He had an unknown junior high kid,
yeah. And
sure.
He's coming up from 9th grade, only played football for, a few years at that position. And I thought that, him coming in, he wasn't a very vocal leader, but he was very, very confident in everything that he did. And you can kind of see that out on the football field.
Sure.
But, I tell him, we're going to go as far as you'll take us.
Absolutely.
And, not to highlight any negatives, but we've had almost 14 turnovers the last 4 games.
Right.
Not all that stems from the quarterback, but if we want to be an elite team, that stuff's got to get cleared up.
You're right.
If you look at the stats, we're getting a lot of offensive yardage, but we've turned the ball over 6 times in the red zone the last 3 games.
Yeah.
It's just little things like that. If we want to be a state championship team, we've got to clear those things up. And, going with the sophomore quarterback, I think us as a coaching staff knew that there's going to be times he's going to struggle. We're asking him to do a whole lot. And he's picked it up. He's been a sponge. He's improved, I think, every single week. Especially after teams after those first couple of weeks were able to make adjustments. It's tough on a sophomore quarterback to come in here and just start dominating like he has. And I'm excited for where he's going, where this offense can go. I just don't even think these kids understand how good they could be. Against Melbourne, we struggled offensively for a little while, and then 3rd or 4th drive in the 3rd quarter, I put Eli and Nunk in at quarterback and running back, and we scored in 3 plays on one of our drives. Guys, if we do the little things right, we can have drives like that, just about every time we get the ball in our hands. And if we just clear up the little mental mistakes, penalties, turnovers, if we can get rid of those things, we can be a state championship team.
I often say this, and we'll kind of say this in closing, and that you're only as good as what those kids are that you have playing. You got to be lucky when you're doing it, and then you got to be mistake free, and you got to hope that every Friday night you bring your A game,
Absolutely.
and that you're good enough to win that Friday night.
Absolutely.
And I know that Coach Hensley's philosophy has always been the same, and we can't win 10 in a row. You got to win 1 in a row. You got to win 1 in a row, and we're looking forward to winning the 1 in a row as we go along. I appreciate you, my friend.
Absolutely, man. I've had a blast here, and I've had an awesome time getting to know you guys. I'm hoping to be a Greyhound for a long time.
There you go. Well, I hope you are, my friend. That's Jordan Johnston. He is the offensive coordinator for the Newport Greyhounds, and a guy who we like to spread it out. We're going to run the ball. We're going to throw the ball. We're going to score points. Thank you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Back at Greyhound Field, 27-0 in favor of the Greyhounds here at half. We're a minute and a half away from the second half, and the football game is brought to you by Dr. Kelly McKinney at 2308 Highway 367 North in Newport, 870-523-6574. Friendly staff, very knowledgeable, great for young ones, makes everyone feel at ease while giving top-notch care. You'll enjoy going to the dentist at Dr. McKinney's. Doyle Family Farms, saluting the Newport Greyhounds. The Doyle family is extremely involved in our Greyhound program from Peewee to the senior high hounds. Go Hounds from the Doyle Family Farm. Mark Manning, Shelter Insurance, Auto, Home, Life, Business, Renters. We're your shield, we're your shelter. Located at 1400 Malcolm Avenue, 523-6514. And the Llewellyn Company family for accounting services, tax preparation and planning, management consulting services, and payroll, representing 3 generations of Greyhounds, located at 407 Walnut Street. And you can give them a call at 523-6764. Howard's Glass Company, Rick Bass has carried on the great tradition of Howard Bass and quality glass, door, and window needs. Fast, friendly, affordable service, and we get the job done quickly at Howard's Glass Company on Highway 367 North in Newport. 523-3771. Churchman Building Center, Ace Hardware. We are more than just a building center. Paint, carpet to go along with everything you need for building projects. From minor repairs to major renovations, think Ace is the place on Highway 367 North in Newport. The Churchman family. And Brenda Benish, Modern Woodman of America, 106 South State Street, making a positive impact in our community. 870-217-3684, being part of something bigger than yourself. Brenda Benish. Dr. Roger Green and staff at the Green Family Medical Practice, delivering primary care services for all members of the family, from kids to seniors, serving Newport and Jackson County in family medicine at 1200 McLean Street in Newport. 523-9852 to make your appointment. And Ollie's Chicken at the Newport Mart, best fried chicken in Northeast Arkansas. We had a little today, guys, and it was awfully good. I just went with a breast and wing and a biscuit and went back and got me another breast, but it was awfully good. Right in front of our building right there on the highway at the Newport Mart, Ollie's Chicken. And Waters Farms supporting and loving the Greyhounds for many years, and thanks to Waters Farms, and they say, go Newport Greyhounds. Guys, we got a second half to play. Ben Black, what do you think coming in?
I've just been listening to the little promo they're playing at halftime of all the old Greyhound calls. That's some pretty good stuff. Heard Bud Black there with the Tim Brown, Victor Henderson, Renard Robinson call. Those were the good old days.
Well, that's an awesome.
Watch an onside kick right here as we start this second half.
I don't think so, but maybe. That's got to be prepared for anything, don't you, Hayden? I think you may be right.
Expect the unexpected, David Black.
Yes, sir, and I think we're going to see it.
And that's what they do, and Hounds will jump on it around the 49-yard line. Fielded by Devin Braxton for the Hounds. And, David, you can go ahead and tell me I was right.
You were absolutely right, 100%. And Noah Curtis made the play. He didn't recover the ball, but he hit the first guy that was coming down that had any opportunity to get that football, and he made a pop on that guy.
Absolutely, David Black. I noticed it, and when you said that, I thought, well, no, Devin Braxton picked the ball up. But
First and 10 for the Hounds from the 49. Here's the snap. We're going Davis. Davis hitting the backfield, and Davis has got a little room outside. Davis in a foot race, and it's going to be caught from behind inside the 20-yard line. First down for the Hounds.
First down brought to you by Greenway Equipment Company in Newport. GoGreenway.com.
Penalty flag somewhere. They look like they're going to bring it back. I did not see what the referee signaled.
It was at the 40, so it's just going to go inside the line of scrimmage, should be.
Well, we've played 10 seconds. Have our first penalty flag of the third quarter.
It's going to be now 1st and 9 after the penalty. We'll do it again at midfield. Good blocking once again on the perimeter. Here's the snap. Fake to Davis. We throw and find Eli Alcorn right around the 43-yard line.
What another weapon he adds to the Newport offense. Great pass, great protection from the offensive line, and DJ just found Eli, and it's an awesome pass and an awesome catch for the Hounds, close to a first down, second down and short. Couple.
Here's the snap, and we go Davis, and Davis once again is hit in the backfield. It'll be brought for a loss around the 45-yard line. Looks like the Yellowjackets knew what was coming there.
11:05 to go in the third quarter as the clock continues to move, now under 11 minutes.
Third down and a long 3 from the 45 in Mountain View territory. What will the Hounds do? Isaiah draws single coverage.
Snap, and we go Davis right up the gut, getting close to the 40-yard line, and we'll have enough for a first down.
Another Go Greenway Equipment Company first down, GoGreenway.com.
We thank all the folks who are watching from around the country.
10:42 to go here in the third quarter.
Hi, all the folks up to Mountain View who are watching our broadcast. We appreciate you tuning in.
Turkey land up there.
Beautiful country.
Here's the snap. Marshall looks to throw and finds Kendall. And Kendall tries to fight out of the tackle. And it'll be brought down around the 32-yard line.
Got extra yards after he caught the ball.
10:24, clock continues to move.
Second and a couple here from the 32. Snap, fake, and Marshall looks to keep it on the ground, and good blocking on the outside for Alcorn. And I love the play call there as he gets inside the 20 and enough for a first down.
Marshall beats the first man, just makes a move and causes the guy to miss. And then Eli Alcorn springs him outside with a great block there on the perimeter.
Marshall does what a quarterback needs to do and just goes to the sideline and gets out of bounds. There's no need to fight and get extra yards and get yourself hurt. Does a great job week in and week out when he carries the football.
Yeah, we don't see him carry the football a lot, but it was a big play then.
Here's the snap, jet sweep with Eli. Alcorn getting outside. Eli with a little stutter step and then gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Alcorn. Boy, looked like Eli from last year, didn't he, Ben Black?
That's exactly right. I love to see that happen right there. Just with the young man, we didn't know was going to get to come back this year or not, but that's pretty exciting for him and the Greyhounds there.
Just a little stutter step to get the guy off track and then just runs around everybody, and the Hounds leading here 33-0, covering about 50 yards of real estate there.
Hounds will go for 2 here.
Here's the snap, looks to throw, and's got Kendall open. 2-point conversion, good. Hounds leading 35-0 here over Mountain View.
Boy, just what another toss, another catch. Great toss from DJ Marshall, and what a catch from Isaiah.
And the gentleman's rule comes in effect, Ben Black reminds me.
The old gentleman's rule. 9:50 to go.
Clock's already started.
And it's not supposed to.
DJ Marshall will kick off the downs. Jackson deep.
Another First Community Bank kickoff as Marshall, low kick, is booted and will just be jumped on at the 20-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets from there. And we'll get to see this Hound defense once again. And we'll see Mountain View can get something going as fullback dive up the middle. No gain on the play. Antoine Hardaway in on the tackle.
Hound defense refuses to give an inch. 8:25 remaining. Clock will continue to move because of the gentleman's rule.
Yeah, they move quickly for sure. Football game brought to you by the McPherson Correction Facility and the Grimes Unit. And jobs are available.
Snapping. Quarterback gets tripped up in the backfield and will be a loss inside the 15. And it'll bring up 3rd and 15 here. Jeremy Jarrett in the ball game for the Hounds at a defensive line position.
Spelling big Abel Robinson.
3rd and long here for the Yellowjackets. Here's the snap, and trying to get outside is the Yellowjackets, and here comes the pursuit. And there's a big lick there, Jadarius Reed.
Ooh. Put him in the clubhouse, Hayden Schultz.
It was a big lick, but I can't forget about Antoine's. It's in the clubhouse, and we'll discuss a little more later, but Antoine right now the leader in the clubhouse. That was a lick early in the game.
Clock under 7 minutes, and then we'll continue to move here in the 3rd quarter.
Got a gain of 8 there. Now 4th and 7 from the 23, and it looks as if they're going to punt. They elect to do so, and it'll go over Davis's head and take a good roll here for the Yellowjackets and field it around the 31. So the Hound offense once again will come out.
Talk about the McPherson Correction Facility and the Grimes unit. Jobs are available, and they're hiring correctional officers right now. And they've got a big job fair coming up. Call it a career fair. Next career fair is October the 15th at the NEDC office from 2 to 6 p.m. And they'll have a training academy class tentatively scheduled for November in Newport. So you don't have to go, you don't have to travel to get your training.
Here's the snap. Marshall's going to throw the bubble pass to Griffin. Incomplete. Now bring up 2nd and 10. The clock will continue to roll here. 5:35 remaining in the third quarter. And snap, and we're going Ballantyne. Ballantyne sticking his head down and get it to the 33.
5:22 remaining in the third quarter. Clock continues to move.
Hounds moving fast. They're ready to go. 3rd and long.
We'll have a flag on the play, and it appears it's going to be on the Yellowjackets. 5-yard penalty now, 3rd down and about 3.
El Puente Mexican Restaurant. Lunch specials daily with excellent service. Come visit us with all your neighbors because everyone in town is eating at El Puente Restaurant in St. Michael's Health and Rehab, located at 1311 North Pecan Street in Newport.
Snap. Marshall looks to throw, and he's going to air it out to Davis, and it's going to be picked off at the 15-yard line, and Mountain View not going away.
3rd turnover of the night for the Hound offense, and that one was just a ball where the Hounds were trying to go over the top and get a quick one.
Had a lot of success running the football and trying to air it out there.
4:03, clock moving. And as we have mentioned, the gentleman's rule in effect, which means the clock will not stop. Abel Robinson back in the football game.
Quarterback Keat. It'll be brought down for a loss of 1 to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 11.
3.5 minutes to go in the third.
You know, when you're throwing deep like that and you get a turnover, I mean, that's okay. Those ones that you hate are the ones that are inside the 20-yard line. But part of the game, as they all are. 2nd down and 11 with 3:05 to play here in the third quarter.
Just a quick hitter once again. Jakeevan Davis in on the tackle, along with Antoine Hardaway. Gain of 1. Bring them back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10.
2:40 third quarter.
Running clock here.
Here's the snap. Dive play and played well. There's a big lick right there at Theron Davis. Bring him down around the 21-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and about 4 here.
Well, you think these guys will punt the football again and give the Hounds another chance? And Well, the Hound defense has just been, again, outstanding.
Minute 45 to go here in the third quarter.
Clock rolling.
Snap, and Abel Robinson almost blocks the punt as Davis is going to pick it up and try to return this thing, as we'll have a flag, so we won't advance this ball very much further, even though Davis is going to take it to the house for 52 yards.
Well, they're going to get nunked, but let me tell you what, I loved his hustle. I loved his hustle.
That's an effort play, and I'll take them every day.
Absolutely. Going to bring that one back, but Theron just...
He took that one to the house, boys.
Yeah, normally I'd get excited on that, but when I saw the flag, I was like, here we go.
Clock under a minute with 50 seconds remaining as it continues to move here in the third quarter.
I don't think the Hounds will get another play off, to be quite frank.
This quarter, I mean, they'll get one off.
Well,
eventually.
that's what I meant.
It's not what you said, David. It's okay. I'm on your side, big guy.
30 seconds remain.
I love messing with you, big guy.
Well, not only are they not going to get a play off in this quarter, they're just going to take time to sit over there and let the clock run out. That's kind of some sportsmanship. That's what the sportsmanship rule is all about.
Well, I mean, it's the gentleman's rule.
The gentleman's rule.
Gentleman's rule. It just shows that you're being a gentleman.
Eye Care RX Pharmacy, located at 1117 McLean Street in Newport, locally owned and locally loved. Eric and Katrina Schaffner. State Farm Insurance Agent Andrew Roach. Go by and visit Andrew. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Fine young man, located at 3105 Highway 367 north of Newport. And the WRMC Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, board certified, providing WRMC orthopedic services, including joint replacement surgery, sports medicine, robotic-assisted joint replacement for hips and knees, and for banking. Merchants and Planters Bank has offices in several locations in northeast and north central Arkansas, including 2 locations right here in Newport. Merchants and Planters Bank. What'd I say, boys?
17.
17.
I like it.
Fletcher Land Surveying. Before you build that fence, make sure you have accurate boundaries. Kenny Fletcher can fix you up. Call Fletcher Land Surveying for flood level certification, pivot system, and for real estate closings at 523-5625. Go Hounds from Fletcher Land Surveying. Sam's Diner, open 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, for breakfast and lunch in downtown Newport. Made to order traditional breakfast menu. Sam's Diner, 2nd Street, Newport, Arkansas. All right, boys, I can take it. It's better than what I said last week.
It sure is. I'll have to give you credit there.
Ball will be spotted around the 39-yard line here for the Hounds. So we'll start the fourth quarter with Ballantyne up the middle, spinning and breaking a tackle. Gets up to the 45-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play.
You know, one of the things that Mountain View has been able to do is really prevent Newport from the big explosive play most of the night, even though we just had a touchdown on a punt return and it was called back. 2nd and 4.
Snap will go back Ballantyne. Ballantyne be brought down the 49-yard line. A first down for the Hounds, and clock continue to roll with 11:15 to go.
GoGreenway.com. Another first down. Chewing up some Bratcher real estate here. 35-0 Hounds lead. 11 minutes to play in the football game. And it's first down and 10 at the Mountain View 49. Chris Reynolds has not touched the ball tonight.
Here's the snap and go jet sweep with Alcorn. Good blocking on the perimeter, and Eli Alcorn broke loose. Eli Alcorn, a foot race to the end zone, touchdown Greyhounds.
What an outstanding run by Eli Alcorn, and welcome back, my friend.
That's a great run there by Alcorn. Great blocking out here on the perimeter by Chris Reynolds, along with Tristan Griffin. Just a well-executed play by the Hounds there.
And another weapon for this Newport offense. Hounds to go for the single.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and good. And the Hounds leading 42-0 here with 10:40 to go in the contest. Randy C., rightfully so, bragging on the offensive line, and they have been stellar tonight, David Black.
You know, Randy and I went out to North Jackson County today to do his regular Farmer Supply report, and he said, you know, I was noticing when you were talking to Abel Robinson last week, said you mentioned that, linemen never get their names mentioned, and he said, I'm not trying to correct you, but he said, I mention them all the time, and he said, I haven't really had an opportunity to do it. He said, I hope I get the opportunity tonight, and I said, well, you're right, and I said, I will correct myself on the air tonight, that Randy Klepeczka will always identify the offensive lineman, and I like that because those guys, then when you play defense, and if you're on both sides of the ball, obviously you're going to get named defensively, but they don't say that. It's a great block by the offensive guard, or the center got a pancake block, or the offensive tackle made a great block. They're not going to say that. 42-0 Hounds lead.
First Community Bank and Jakeevan Davis boots it deep to the 15, and there's a big lick by a host of Hounds. A little extracurricular, but Devin Braxton there to lay the boom there for the Hounds.
9:15 remaining in the ball game. Clock will continue to move.
Keyron Childress had the opportunity to get a 15-yard penalty right there and walked away. And that's what takes discipline, respect for your opponent, respect for your coaches. He could have retaliated. He did not. He walked away. 8:50 clock moving. Hounds up 42-0.
Here's the snap and dive. Played well by the Hounds by Antoine Hardaway. Getting some of these subs in, and we'll try to name them as they come in. Brendan Curry, Noah Curtis, Josh Drennan, Will Keaty.
8:25. Clock moving. Second down and really 10.
Here's the snap, dive play. Not a whole lot on that play. Gain of 2, make it third down at 8.
I really think
29.
Sorry, I was going to say, I really think the officiating has been excellent tonight. For the most part, these guys have stayed out of the football game.
7:47 remaining as the clock continues to move here in the fourth quarter.
Here's the snap, and quarterback keep trying to get outside. And there's a big lick there. Antoine Hardaway once again, and we're going to have a flag.
Well, they're going to call a late hit on Will Keaty, but he hit his own man. A great hustle by Will trying to get there. It's not like they're going to penalize us for hitting our own man. It's hard to do, isn't it? I love the effort.
We talk about the penalties a lot, the effort penalties, and I'm okay with the effort penalty. You're out there giving 110%.
Also 64 Carter out there, along with Matthew Riley.
With the Go Dare boys being out this week.
Snap, fake, quarterback looks to throw. He's got a man at the tight end, and Devin Braxton there to bring him down around the 45.
Unity Health Harris Medical Center, your community health care provider with inpatient and outpatient care. We believe in the power of people to create great care at Unity Health Harris Medical Center. 6:10 clock moving, 42-0 Hounds, and a great opportunity for the Hounds to get some of the younger guys in, some of the guys with less experience.
Norvay Alexander into the ball game. Here's the snap, fullback dive, breaks a few, Be down around the 35-yard line.
.540 remaining as the clock continues to move here in the fourth quarter.
We will have the Coach Bill Keady presentation tonight for Player of the Game.
Second and 1 here. Snap, quick hitter. Up the middle, getting a good push. The Yellowjackets fight inside the 30-yard line, around the 28-yard line, and we'll have enough for a first down.
Jackson's Funeral Home, the 1900 block of Malcolm Avenue, our family serving your family. And White River Health System, WRMC Medical Complex right here in Newport.
4:45 remaining.
Snap, handoff up the middle. Trying to get the push, and doesn't get quite the push they wanted there to the 26-yard line, gain of a couple.
And Mountain View has a lot of their younger and lesser experienced players in the football game, and it's a great opportunity for these guys to learn. And thanks again to the folks at Mountain View for joining in on the broadcast, and a big thank you to our Greyhound fans throughout the United States of America and Canada for joining us tonight's broadcast.
4:05 left in the contest. Here's the snap, and fullback dive and played well. Jeremy Jarrett first in on the tackle. Noah Curtis and Norvay Alexander also in. Hounds are going to move to 7-0, boys, as we'll go on the road next week to Salem.
And, you know, we hope really that we can get on the air at Salem. We don't know if we can, honestly. Hold in there, they don't call it, but it's okay.
Toss play, and Kylan Kright going to sling him out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Christian Mount with the footwork down there.
Oh, Photon.
So what will happen next week if we don't get on the air? We will film the ball game. We'll have the playback for you, I guess, the next morning possibly. It'll be on the air sometime that night, I guess. But we're just worried that we can't get us an internet connection up there. We're going to try everything in the world that we possibly can. But not, you can always tune in to 96.7, the sounds of the Hounds, to get the live broadcast.
Snap and handoff trying to get outside. And there's a big lick there, as it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, it's been just a dominating effort here for the Newport Greyhounds tonight. This is a football team that played Harding Academy off their feet before losing 49-22, led at one time 16-14. And our Fathead Pizza collision of the week,
Antoine Hardaway.
he's the winner. Free pizza, dine-in pizza at Fathead Pizza. That's one word, it's all caps, and it's the Hembry Boys. Thanks to Joe and Marcus for all they do for our community.
Here's the snap. Ball on the ground. Devin Braxton's just going to pick it up for the Hounds. Pending anything going crazy, the Hounds will pitch their second shutout of the year and back-to-back contests.
Another group of offensive linemen coming in.
I will read them for you, David. Will Keady. Also Jacoby Rowland. Braden Taylor in there. Also Landon Comier. The snap, we go Keyron. Keyron cutting it up. Up to the 30. Keyron. That was a great job.
Under a minute to go here in the fourth quarter.
The Hounds can let this thing go inside 5 and take a knee, and they won't even have to punt. So will more than likely run a play and then just run the clock out.
Bank of England Mortgage Company will bring you the post-game show, and it's home lending and home refinancing. See former Greyhounds Kenny Thaxton and Sally Long in the Newport Village Mall. Give them a call at 870-495-3931. Bank of England Mortgage Company.
And Braxton making a guy miss and sticks his head down. Does it again, and will have enough for a Greenway Equipment Company first down. But that's going to do it here as the Hounds will not have to call another play, and the Hounds win it here at home. Another conference win. And the Hounds win it here 42-0 over Mountain View.
We will have the George Kell Motor Company player of the game and the Subway coaches report coming up here in just a little bit. We'll stay right here. The guys will have the presentation of the Bill Keedy Award, but first of all, let's have our Bank of England quick recap. And the Bank of England post-game report, and it was just all Hounds tonight, and we'll see if they have the Keedy presentation coming up. If you go to midfield, Josh, if you could, and you see the Keedy family there. What a great award, and Coach Hensley's going to talk to his group and just talk a little bit about the game here, guys, before we see the Coach Keedy presentation and the award winner. But it's all Hounds. It's all Hounds, both sides of the ball, Ben.
Well, we talked to Coach Johnston at halftime about, taking care of the football inside the red zone. One of those things we're just going to have to work on as we continue to move forward in the season. But it's a win, big win for the Hounds tonight. As Hayden said, another conference win, and Hounds moved to 7-0.
Hayden, it's always good when you win one, but boy, when you dominate like you have tonight, it's been an awesome game for the Hounds. But let me take your hats off to the Mountain View Yellowjackets football team that came in here that played extremely hard. They never quit. They kept battling as much as they could. They just came up against a pretty good football team tonight.
What's scary about this football team is they have yet played a perfect game, and they're beating people like they are tonight. I mean, barring Melbourne, the 21-14 game, which seems a little closer when you look at it, but honestly, I mean, the Hounds led in that game, and it felt like a little more of a lead, but they have yet played a perfect game, and the Hounds clean up some things, and they will be stellar.
Chris Reynolds will receive the Coach Bill Keedy Award as the outstanding senior, generally in a normal year on the homecoming game, but this year not on the homecoming game, but it really doesn't matter. We honor our great late Coach Bill Keedy, and what a football family. 2 years in a row we've got to see Will part of the presentation as a Newport Greyhound.
Pretty exciting. Chris Reynolds well deserving of the award. His teammates there showing him some love.
Well, that'll just about do it from here. We'll have those two reports coming right up. Alton Walker's going to get some pictures there of the kids beforehand and before we get down there. But the George Kell Motor Company player of the game and the Subway coaches report coming up next. Okay, here we go. The George Cal Motor Company players of the game. And tonight, Colin Hill, defensive end, and Chris Reynolds, who is also the Bill Keedy Award winner. Colin, first I ask you, you get in there, you play defensive end, and I saw you kicking. Before I ask you anything about playing defensive end tonight, are you a kicker?
Yes, sir, I am a little bit, but I just practice because I like doing it.
I think that you're so fluid with your motion that we noticed tonight that I think that opportunity should arise for you sometime.
Yes, sir, I agree.
Hey, talk about tonight's football game. Defensively, we played well again. We played stellar. Our defense has been about as good as you can be for the whole year.
Yes, sir, it takes one team to do it. I mean, we work hard every day and put a bunch of effort in.
Talk a little bit about another win, a football team that you don't ever want to look ahead, but we've got Salem next week, and then we've got the big game against Harding Academy. This football team right here fought hard, but, in all reality, they gave Harding Academy all they wanted.
Yes, sir. We just play it by day and keep it going pretty much.
You can't win 2 in a row. You can only win 1 in a row, and Colin Hill, I appreciate you joining us for one of our 2 players of the game.
Thanks, sir. You have a good day.
Thank you, my friend. See, you did awesome. You did awesome. Chris Reynolds, the Bill Keedy Award winner. Talk a little bit about the award in itself and what it means to you.
Just the award itself. Bill Keedy was a legend down here, so just getting the award, I'm very honored and I'm very thankful for it. I know a lot of great players got it. Grant got it, and my buddy Cash, so it just means the world to me.
Yeah, another 16 they put on the board.
Yes, sir.
Hey, talk a little bit about your performance tonight. Real solid on the offensive side. From a blocking standpoint, we didn't get the opportunity to, I guess, didn't have any thrown your way tonight. But talk about your blocking and how good it was being.
We came into the ball game knowing we're going to run the ball to beat teams. I mean, that's one thing we control is hand the ball off. So we knew this week we're going to have to run down on them, be physical with them, and just do your job.
As I asked Colin, defensively, we're just, we're second to none over on that side of the ball. 3 or 4 different times now, those guys went for it on 4th down and came up short every time.
Yes, sir. We watched them get Hardy and knew they could play. We knew they were going to come right at us, just run the ball. So 4th down, we knew we got to grit up and just take it right to them.
Awesome, Chris. I appreciate you taking time to join us. Congratulations on your award. And Colin Hill and Chris Reynolds, our George Cal Motor Company players of the game, and the Bill Keedy Award winner is number 16, Chris Reynolds. Okay, and the Subway and the Walmart Supercenter Coach Mark Hensley report. And, Coach, we talk about defense all the time, and here we have a game where we throw a shutout, and it's defense, defense, defense. We scored 42 tonight, but, man, the defensive side of the ball was tremendous again. We'll talk a little offense in a little bit, but we'll talk about your defense.
Sure, Dad. We come out again. We always defer, and people are like, you better take the ball. You better get what you can out of it. And I said, no, I like the way our defense plays. I really do. I feel confident in that. I feel like we have a good chance to get the ball after half and do something with it. And I knew our offense had them this week. I just felt it. I knew it. We played with great tempo. We had great practices. I knew we were clicked in, okay? So defense, when they come out and they do what they do, they're aggressive. I don't think there's anything you can say. There's a play right here where they threw the bubble route. They're in slips, but he's scratching and crawling, trying to get back up to the field to the ball. So, when I see that, that's something you really – they're just hungry. They're aggressive, and I've said it a while ago. You got Jakeevan Davis in the middle. He's as solid as they come. He's big. He's fast. He's physical. He reads well. He goes fast. You got Antoine Hardaway, who's a missile. I mean, he sees it and goes, and he has no fear. You got Chris Reynolds and Tristan Griffin that set that edge, that make everything work. You got Nunk that's just coming downhill every time, trying to just spear somebody, it feels like. And then our defensive line. I mean, you can't get any better than that defensive line doing what they do. And then Colin Ellis, I mean, it's a great, fun defense to watch.
Coach, in AAA football, and because of numbers and numbers alone, a lot of times you really have to hide a guy. It may be at a position, on the short side of the field, backside corner, backside defensive end. There's no hiding anybody on this defense, first group or second group.
There's not. And, I said defensive line a while ago, but I can name all the people that played it tonight. You had Jeremy Jarrett, who came in and played some run. Both Robinsons, Abel and Jagger played some. You got Colin Hill played some in. Tyler Johnson played some in. We threw in some Dallin Carter. There's so many guys that play on that defensive line. You can't just say it's one of those four guys. They're the starters are really solid, but we throw in guys constantly, and there's no weak spot. I feel like you got Chris on one end, Tristan Griffin on the end. They're physical, and then you got you're right. There's no weak spot. They're all physical. They all know their job, and they're just fun to watch.
I think, switching gears and talk about offense, I thought our offensive line was simply sensational tonight. They were tremendous.
They were tremendous. That's all I can say. We have took a lot of pride this week and last week. I'm talking about the offensive line, the great job they're doing, what they're doing to lead us. And our backs have done a good job of following that. And knowing where the hole is, hitting the hole, and then making their bounce. And I think that has made a big difference these last 2 weeks. And our backs, tonight you saw it. Holes or no holes, our backs were just lighting it up. And that all starts on the front, man. It really does. And those guys are fighting and clawing. And that's all happening with 2 sophomores on the tackle spot. That's what's fun to see. So, the same thing, they're gritty. I keep saying that over and over and over about our offensive line, but they're a gritty bunch that does things because they want to see us get yardage.
I thought DJ Marshall threw the ball very, very well tonight. I thought he made good decisions. I know we had you have some snaps sometime that don't work perfectly, and you might put it on the ground. That's part of the game. But I thought he did real well. And then Isaiah had a couple of big catches. But I want to talk about Eli Alcorn. Couple of big runs, and I'm talking about on his runs, not that he scored touchdowns, but he made himself a touchdown running the football.
You forgot how fast he was until tonight. He had some plays tonight where he got the edge, and I'm like, oh, he's not going to get the edge. Yes, he got the edge, and then he's 20 yards up the field. He is so fast, and when he gets the ball in his hands, he's dangerous. We saw that last year. We're seeing it right now. When he gets the ball, he's unbelievable. And, when you talk about him being able to come in the mix now, and then you still talk about you've got Tristan Griffin on the outside, and Isaiah, and then you got, we're really heavy in our receivers, and they're all very dangerous from the ball in their hands. But, man, it's special to see Eli come back and make the impact he has.
Especially with the loss for the year of Caden Johnston and out and surgery this week, successful surgery, but he'll be back next year.
He will. And that's the thing is, you always feel bad for those kids that lose that sophomore year, but he will have that junior year. He'll be back. He'll be strong. He knows it because he saw Tyler go through it. He's going to come back eager, ready, hungry, and he's going to have a great junior year.
Coach, 42-0 Greyhounds. The Greyhounds just dominate the football game on both sides. The special teams were good, and we were hitting some folks tonight.
We were, and that's what I've been talking about. We've been taking our lumps and learning as we go. And with sophomore heavy team, that's what you're going to do a lot of times. But I thought our seniors and juniors are doing good. They're kind of, everybody's kind of starting to mesh together. We're starting to do the little things that we've been talking about, and we're starting to see it. And that's what you want to see week 7. And so, going to week 8, week 9, that's where we want to be.
He's Coach Mark Hensley, and that is the Coach's Report brought to you by Subway in the Newport Walmart, and it was a 42-0 great Greyhound victory here at legendary Greyhound Field, the last home regular season game of the year for the Greyhounds, but we've got some playoff games, if everything goes well, that we'll be playing some here at home. Coach, as always,
go Hounds!